Hello, everyone. Well, out later this month, hot on the heels of the electronic 15th Doctor TARDIS and Eve of the Dalek set, we have the 1975 Revenge of the Cybermen set and the Imperial Battle Dalek Squad from Remembrance with the Special Weapons Dalek, of course, as the great cameo star. Good to see you, Steve.
Hello.
Now, of course, you've been collecting longer than me, so you probably won't be as excited in a way going, hello, Brendan. These aren't new. But yeah, are you going to get these as well as what you've already got?
Yes. Just so I can say I've got two different versions of them. They always they always paint them slightly differently, give it a little different touch. Maybe they update it. So
I've got the comparison when we go through. I've got the comparison with the program of say with the Special Weapons Dalek, and because I've got questions. But there you go. There are two more sets. I mean, obviously, me and Steve as collectors have been collecting various sins. Obviously, I eventually got my Eve of the Dalek set at last. No blooming problem there in the end, and of course the 15th Doctor's electronic TARDIS at last. So, and we're here obviously to talk about the next set. And they did say later this month. In fact, they might be on the shelves pretty soon. So let's dig into it. We'll do the Daleks first. So, I mean, we've got, the 10 a penny now. I mean, I'm sure you've got a fair few round. I've got a fair few round. We've had one set out recently, haven't we? With Remembrance. So, yeah, the one with Davros. Here he is, of course. Yeah. So we've already had that set. So yes, having another Dalek, a cream Dalek, doesn't add too much. Or am I missing something, Steve?
no, I can see six on my shelf. Just I can't reach them, but I've got six of them. So the Dalek itself is just another re-release.
Just another one. If you want to make your army, that's all it seems to be.
It
By the
looks
way,
like, yeah.
I saw this photograph earlier today. It's they're not on the shelves yet. Somebody had some special dispensation to take a photograph. Do not think it's on shelves, please don't. Um, but that's what they look like. So of course, the the normal Remembrance Dalek, another cream Dalek, as a ten a penny, as we've got them here. But then it's the special weapons Dalek. I was so dying to get the Davros. Now I have. I'm really looking forward to getting the special weapons Dalek. Now, what do you think of this one, Steve? This version?
Um, it's it's different. I'll give it that compared to the um original version.
It looks quite clean.
It looks like they've I know they have, but it looks like they've tried to weather it more. Like someone's looked at it and gone, "We need to weather it, so let's just paint it a bit in different places."
Okay.
If that makes sense.
I know what you mean. I'll have a close up again in a minute. So, Phantom Cat, as we go on the way, Cybermen will come next. Don't worry, Phantom Cat. I might need those Cybermen. I desperately need those Cybermen. Um, Peter here. Old Who was much more imaginative and varied than New Who. Well, I agree with that. Um, Garbage who does all my AI, have very little Doctor Who merch. One is a special weapons Dalek. I may need one more now. Yeah, they can have fights. A bit like Siamese fighting fish. You can't have two together. So let's get the photographs out. There he is. Can you ascertain any more from that, Steve? I mean, it doesn't. It looks too cream then black to me. I will be picky there.
Looking at that, I don't know if these are like like press photos, so it might be slightly different when you get it in hand. But it looks like it's just scratched off. Like sometimes
Yeah.
I knock them off the shelf, or when I'm putting two together, I'll sort of like knock them together. It looks kind of like they've been scratched. Now I hope that isn't the case. But it looks like all the paint's just chipped off, and the black markings is just. I don't want to be too negative because I will be buying them. So
Yeah, I'll be buying it, but I have a right therefore to say, and I'm looking and I'm going, all right, it's not as I expected it, and like I said, I'm going to compare to the Remembrance show. Yeah, Okay. I mean, yes, I want it. I want it. I mean, you've already got one, but what do you think of you think this looks dirtier?
Yeah, it looks like they've tried to make it look dirtier, but it's also a case of um, maybe they just want to make it look different to the original release. I'm tempted to get it now, but I'll probably knock about 5 things off. I might hold off, but
Hold off.
I am tempted to just get it off the shelf and so it can look properly. Maybe when I get them in hand, I can compare
Yeah.
them together. But
So here's Graham. I like both these sets. I don't have hardly any B&M figures, but might try and pick these up. It's interesting, isn't it, Graham? Why you suddenly want these? The Revenge of the Cybermen. If I saw that on the shelf and I had no sets, for some reason I really want that one. Same with the Special Weapons Dalek. He's only in one episode, but I loved him, and I was an adult then as well. I must admit. I mean, I should know better. Mad Mackham up the road there, evening all. Sorry, but that looks tacky and right. The markings are terrible. Pass. Mad Mackham, aren't you like us two that we are completists? We can't help ourselves. We can't resist. But our Gallifrey Stan, he's not happy. The closer you get, the worse it looks. Well, I'll do it again just so you can really have a good look there. It's something about the black on the cream. It doesn't seem to work, and the metal work around the gun and everything, which is obviously the bronzy color, that looks it looks too neat. If you get my gist, I mean, I'll show you the shot of the actual Special Weapons Dalek. Not that anyone needs reminding, but there it is, which was blacker,
yeah, that looks dirty and used and
oily.
battle worn, whereas the figure doesn't properly represent that.
I think my biggest shock is underneath its head, which is basically look how oily it is on the
Yeah,
original. Really oily, and it's black and it's like a tank. That not really. It's too clean, I think.
I agree. I agree. Maybe these are just press photos, and sometimes they have like promo ones, and then the releases will be slightly better. But take the fact that I've got it aside,
Yeah.
like I've got one. If somebody like people in the chat are saying, it will be good to have that represented, that special weapons represented in the collection. So I can see why they've done it, but
But as Gallifrey Stanley says here, I did notice the base. Now I haven't got a photograph of the original base, but yeah, it doesn't look. It looks just too designed. Whereas the thing about the special weapons Dalek is he looked pretty grungy, didn't he? He was
yeah,
the really grungy Dalek. And so that's my disappointment when I do a comparison of anything. I mean, I love all the model work and everything, but when I look at that and I look at the original, I go, oh, it's not even the right cream. You see what I mean? It's kind of
yeah.
it's tired. It's dirty. It's dishevelled. It's been in lots of battles. That looks as though it's been to a car wash and a spring clean and yeah,
Around the roundels, the circle
yeah,
bits, it looks like someone's tried to polish them and scratch the paint off, and that's why it's black around the
yeah.
edges. It's like they've yeah, it looks like someone's taken a scouring pad to it and scratched off some of the paint
Yeah.
instead of actually it just being dirty. It doesn't look like it's dirty. It just looks like someone's put black paint on it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, well, there you go. I'm promising just to say, as a fan, there we go. I'd have liked that oily version, but it is what it is. And there's a clean looking Remembrance Dalek. I mean, they are lovely, but like I say, we've all got a few already. So that's that. And that's obviously, they bear a relation to what you see. I mean, that's,
Yeah, when I just saw that picture, it looks like they've made the effort to resemble the actual episode Dalek pretty well.
yeah,
You don't always get that. Sometimes they have a different type of Dalek model. It's got mesh in between the like the slats. It's got a mesh. So sometimes they'll just use that figure and then just paint it differently. Say, oh, it's from that. Whereas this actually, you've got the smooth bits in between the slats, and it just looks like it's from that episode. If I know it's supposed to be, but yeah, I think they've done a good job of that at least.
So that's the Daleks, and now we come to the Cybermen, which actually really have caught my attention because I don't know, Revenge of the Cybermen's, oh, what a period. And we did our deep dive on season 12 recently. Well, there's them with all the publicity, so to speak, the cyber leader as was. No hands on hips this time. And the cyber mat, which for me was my introduction to the cyber mats, actually. Yeah, you read about them, but this is the first time I saw one in action. Now Bubbles has just kind of added before I move on, the special weapons Dalek looks far too white. The gun mounting should be dirty and not gold but bronze. Hope this isn't the final product. Other Dalek looks fine though. Yeah, I think we all are seemingly agreeing on this one. Let's have a look at the Cybermen then. That's them packaged, but these are not Tomb of the Cybermen. Let's get them out of the packaging and let's have a look at them. There they are. I mean, any comments here, Steve?
Yeah, I think they look really good. They look slightly different to the ones I've got, like to the previous release. The middle part, where like just under the chin, that part downwards looks a lot. It looks slightly different, like they've made maybe more accurate. Because the ones I've got is just painted black. It's just painted black down the middle, whereas that chest piece is sort of grey. Maybe they've put more detail in it. Just from a first glance, it looks like they've added a few more details just to set it apart from the others, which I really like.
It's interesting, isn't it? I mean, I've got here not a popular choice from Graham, but the Revenge of the Cybermen are my favourites. Probably because, like you, Brendan, they were the first ones I saw. There's something about them. There is just something about them. And yes, hands on hips. Yes, it looked as though they were carrying a metallic handbag onto the planet, but who cares? Garbage who obviously has done some great AI for me recently with the more original Cybermats from Tomb of the Cybermen, is talking about this vacuum cleaner version, but you can't knock it, Garbage. These are, there it is. Look at that. That is the Cybermat that you only ever saw in Revenge of the Cyberman. And just for that, I'd be getting it, Steve.
Yeah, they've added some colour to it again, just maybe to set it apart from previous releases. It looks like they've tried to add more just detail or variation, which I think is really nice, because I don't really have them displayed that well, the Cybermats, but if you put them together, it's not, you wouldn't look and go, oh, you've got two of the same. You can clearly tell that there's something different going on, which is nice.
So there you go. That's it looking upright. And then, of course, that's its underbelly, so to speak. Once you've killed it, attacked it, confused it, thrown gold on it, whatever we want to say on that one. Phantom Cat here. Man, imagine being a toy designer for a geek property. Geeks know more about these things than the people that created them. I know Phantom. Well, in my case, Phantom, to be honest, I'm just cheating. All I do is look at the original photographs. Bubbles, I love their look metal. Love the silver finish. I must admit, that's what I want Cybermen to look like. And it's not just the Revenge ones. Obviously, you can go earlier as well. But I do find the ones more recently in the New Who, I don't know. But yeah, I like the look of them. So I know you're just looking
at it again. I've had to get up.
Go on then. You show us. You're obviously you're determined to show us. Let's have a look. Right. Now, I can see the black down the middle. Yes.
It looks from that picture, it looks like they've added more detail to that bit and the bit down there, and then that's different as well.
Keep that there, Steve. Keep that there, and I'll flash to the photograph, and then I'll flash back so people can see the difference. So sorry, you'll keep holding it there, and then we can see if I go bigger. I see what you mean. It's more golden, isn't it? And you think there's a bit more detail at the top. Let's go back. Go on then. I'll go bigger. You think a bit more detail there. I think they've put gold on, and yes, they've coloured that middle bit. That seems to be one of the big differences there. Yeah,
The dust is optional.
the dust is optional. That takes more.
That's
Very authentic. So there you go. I can see what you mean by that now. That makes
because
sense.
some of the figures, obviously, when you from a collecting standpoint, when you put them side by side, it will literally look like you've got two of the same thing. Whereas these ones are different slightly, so you can literally see it and go, "Oh, there's two different versions of that thing," but it won't be two of the exact same.
Yeah, I mean, you
So
can see on this photograph the gold stands out a mile. I don't remember the gold in the actual program. Am I wrong? Is memory playing tricks? Well, let me have a quick look. I
I'll
mean,
get out of the way, Tom Baker.
yeah, what's he doing? You see, it wasn't gold. I know that's black and white, so Brendan, shut your face. But I'm not aware of the gold. I've never been aware of the gold. Are you? Um,
It's been that long since I've watched it.
well, it
I
feels
couldn't
like it
remember
feels
it.
too ironic to make them have a golden appendage when, of course, that's
To
the thing that blooming gets them. I don't recall that at all.
maybe there's some production pictures from the black and white era that they've gone off. Sometimes they use old photographs.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, Lee Smith's asking how much they are. I mean, obviously, I got the Daleks one yesterday. That was 21.99. The TARDIS was 19.99, even though it's electronic. I reckon these will be 21.99. I did look, by the way, Lee. I'm not being lazy. I did look, but they didn't actually say it on their actual website when I looked. But I'm guessing around 21.99. What do you reckon, Steve?
yeah, for a triple pack, it's maybe sometimes is it 23 or 22, and then the Daleks are usually slightly cheaper because there's only
I
two.
get you. Is that the system? Right. Yeah, yeah. I know what you mean.
But again, it's hard to tell because I would have expected that TARDIS to be at least 29.99 or something. So the
Oh,
fact
I
that
was
it's so cheap, it's hard to tell.
Hey, I ran out the shop. I had paid, but I ran out the shop. I thought, hey, it's 19.99. And before they check the prices, I'm having it. But I looked and it is supposed to be 19.99. Lee Smith, the bottom of their pants look a bit iffy. What are you saying? They look a bit flared, Lee Smith? Is this what you're saying here? They do look a bit flared, but I can go to the originals. So there we go. Let's have a look. There you go. That's what their originals look like. So let's go back.
It looks like they don't fit. Like the trousers were too long on the actors, but I think that's pretty accurate to that picture that you were showing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there you go. Lethal, there's their metal handbag. um, and of course, I mean, you see, Steve, I can't help it. You see, maybe Revenge of the Cybermen, because it was my first introduction to the Cybermen, but it was also the first ever video cassette that I could try and get. And I remember paying all my savings, all my wages, everything to get hold of that thing on the left, which seemed. And then, of course, once you've bought it, Steve, I only wanted to play a minute at a time because I really didn't want to then wreck and waste, all my wages on a quick 90 minutes and then over. So I don't know. Is this why I'm mad on this Revenge of the Cybermen set? But it's really piqued my interest, Steve. It really has. Now, you're from a different era, you're a different age. Do the Revenge of the Cybermen grab you?
Me personally, yes, because I'm a Tom Baker fan. Even though it was the era that I grew up in was the Wilderness years, but going back, it was the older Doctors that on repeat on UK Gold. So the classic to me does speak to me, and as a collector as well. Um, I think classics always going to do well for in
Yeah,
from
yeah.
especially the action figures. So the fact that it's two sets of original classic era, I think it'll do well.
Yeah, if I had to say what's grabbed my attention, and as you know, I've got another TARDIS in front of me here, 15th Doctor, that doesn't appeal. You like the inserts, the Eve of the Daleks. I mean, have we heard any gossip that they're going to do, the Chibnall Daleks? I know it's a moot point, but they are different, aren't they? I suppose they'll have to, won't they?
Was it that weird shaped one?
Yeah, yeah,
They have released that when they released that series figures, when the Geordie and the companions. So they do have that mold in this style,
yeah.
available. So I could see it.
History of the Daleks, they've got to do it. Even the Paradigm Daleks, I've got to see them. I've got to see them. I want them on my shelf. So there you go. That's the Revenge of the Cybermen set. No doubt, as Steve probably very correctly says, around $23.99, $24.99, because it's a triple pack. And this one, because it's a tour, would you reckon it's like the one I got yesterday, $21.99? Yeah. That's what they look like next to each other. That's the pack. That's what it will look like on somebody's shelf somewhere. So there we go, Steve. I will have to start running around the shops again.
Yay! Trips to the Docklands to get B&M. The large B&Ms is like 2 bus rides away. So I'll go on a Sunday when the bus fare's cheap.
The thing that gets me, and I've tried to avoid it, although we're all online and Twitter and everything, but when somebody says, I have got them, I have got 20 in my box, and you're going, oh, shut up. And I've tried to avoid. I used to look at the map on the Doctor Who the Doctor Who website, and I thought, no, I'm not looking at the map of. People always say, "Oh, I was in the Red Car shop today. Oh, I was in Skelton today. Oh, I was in the Team Valley Newcastle one today, and I picked them up. There may be one left." You go, "Oh, bog off. That's not helpful at all. That's just teasing." But as it was yesterday, we just decided to go to Whitby, Staithes Way, and pop in two. In one with the TARDISes, and then the other one with the Daleks. Win, 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 win. Very nice.
I won't say the name of the shop because I don't want people to think they did it for everyone. But the shop where I got my 6 TARDISes from, because I have 6 figures that need to stand in TARDISes, they actually gave me the direct number to the shop because the B&M's, it's an automated line. They gave me the direct number, asked me to, and they said they would keep them aside, but there must have been a miscommunication. They actually ended up on the shelf. They took them off the shelf for me personally. Nice. So they went the extra mile to. Now I don't want people to ring up B&M's expecting that.
No,
but it's just I just went in and the person said to me who helped. She went, "Oh, I stopped watching after David Tennant left," and I went, "Yeah, so did a lot of people, but he came back." So. But
what they also do is every single time I get a character options box, so you put the TARDIS, you buy in it, and they go, yeah, because the TARDISes they fill 2 shelves, and I thought, oh, they're going to go, and it was more earlier, and he said the lad who was packing, and he said, oh, they must have just come out today. He said they won't be on the shelves this afternoon. No. He said somebody comes in, buys the lot, and says he can double his money. I said, oh, yeah. There's always one, isn't there?
You'd wish that they'd maybe. I mean, it wouldn't have worked for me, but they'd limit maybe the first couple of weeks. They'd limit it to 1 or 2 per person.
I wish they'd put them all online. Then it's
that would be. It was funny because, like I said, I got 6 of the TARDISes for my. I've got my 14 and 15th Doctor and my the ones I customized. I showed last time. A woman who was serving me went, "Oh, are these presents?" And I went, "No, I'm going to stick them on a shelf for my collector." And she went, "Oh, right, great, nice." They just expected for me to be buying them for somebody. They don't expect people to collect them. I think they still.
I'm going to adopt some kids and just say, "Oh yeah, they're for the kids."
Well, you just say you're still a teacher and for the student.
Yeah, I'm a teacher. Did you know that, Steve?
But to B&M, sorry, just put a point on it. I think B&M they still see it as toys. They have it in the toy section. It's a toy. They don't. I don't think some of them obviously do. The ones that have been the previous times, but they still see it as a toy for children. They don't really understand the collectors sort of, which is fine. They just get paid to put it on a shelf. And all the person there who spoke to me just went, way beyond, because most of them, it's like, have you got Doctor Who? Yeah, it's on the shelf. Oh, there's nothing there. Can I? No. Oh, I don't know them. So to go the extra mile, I know I can't give names in specific stores, but they really, really helped me, and I really appreciated the help.
That's good. I mean, it is only another piece of merchandise on a shelf to a lot of them, and I don't want to pester people. I'm happy to keep going round and round and round. So there you go, then, everybody. That's the next treasure hunt we have to do, if you so wish. Thanks for joining us, Steve. We'll do it again. Bye, everybody, for now.